Hey everybody, it's Connie with Connie's Creations. Welcome to my page or my channel, depending on where you're watching from. You might be watching on Facebook. You might be watching on the YouTube. We are going to be streaming Wood Wednesday simultaneously now, so you can watch from either platform, whatever it is you would like to do. So we have a new kit, you guys, and I'm going to pull y'all up on Facebook while y'all jump in because I don't even know what I look like. I am doing it from my computer and it's able to do it long ways like this. So I'm hoping that means that it looks right on Facebook. We're about to see. So I don't know. So y'all, my head might be chopped off. I don't know. See, it's okay. It's all right. We need to see this. This is what we need to see right here. My webcam won't go back any farther. I'm up against a wall, y'all. Hey, some of y'all I just saw like 30 minutes ago for Bible study. Hello, everybody. Hello. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. I have changed locations and I have gotten a new craft for you guys. We're going to be doing a patriotic craft today. Y'all let me know, is everything good? Y'all can see me okay? All the things. Let's turn this volume down and let me see how this looks right here. Okay. Okay, it looks all right. What do y'all think about it? You guys that are on Facebook, y'all think it's good? Y'all are good with that? I know it looks a little bit different. It doesn't look the same as on my phone. I can do StreamYard through my phone too, but I already had it up on my computer because we were just doing Bible study. So I just went ahead and just switched it to vertical and stayed right here. So if everybody's good with that, though, I'm good with it. You got both notifications. Wanda, you are in the know, my friend. That's awesome. That is awesome. Hi, Arla. How are you? Hello again, Miss Judy. Hello again. All right, let me go check YouTube real quick, and let's see what's happening over there. Let's see if all is good over here. Let's see. Yep, looks like we're good. We're good in both places. Awesome. Okay. I know it looks a little bit different, you guys. That's okay, though, huh? Y'all are good with that? All right. It looks a little bit more, I don't know, grainy, technique-y. I don't know. Anyway, we're on and we are good in both places. So that's good. Y'all, this is going to help keep me from having to continually I know y'all can't see my head. Oh, wait. If you open that up, you can see me all the way. Okay, we're good. So I don't have to like go live here, download it, upload it over there. I was like, we're just going to StreamYard this baby. Both places. You can choose whichever place that you want to watch it. And that is that. So hello. So if you are new, welcome. Like I said, this is my first Wood Wednesday segment that we're doing this way. So just bear with me. And we're going to get started crafting here in just a minute. If you're new to Facebook, I hope that you choose the follow. And if you're new to me on YouTube, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and set your notifications no matter where you are. So hello. We are going to be doing this craft kit today, y'all. This is a kite. These are some little pieces that are separate. So we've got 4 hearts. Okay. We do Wood Wednesday every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Time. So I'll have a new craft kit. And what I do is I cut these out myself and I put them, I list them in my Etsy shop. And on Wednesdays, I will show y'all one of the kits and how I would decorate it to give y'all some ideas on what to do. So we're going to do this patriotic today. So I've got the kite itself and you'll see that it has 2 holes that are cut here and here. And that's going to be for our hanger, okay? And then you can put some jute through the bottom if you want to, but the kit includes a wire because I thought it would be fun to kind of make the kite tail go different ways, twist it around, you know, that kind of thing. So it does have a 36-inch piece of wire that comes with it. And then you also have the wire for the hanger as well, okay? And then you've got your 3 hearts and your 4 stars. And like I said, we are going to do this patriotic. I'll give y'all some measurements real quick too. Some little measurements. So No, I can, that's another good thing about streaming it is I won't be backwards. I can do it. StreamYard does it the right way for you guys. So that was another perk of doing this, y'all, because Facebook won't let us, we're backwards on Facebook now. All right. So it's almost 18 inches long. Okay. Almost 18 inches long. And it is about 12 inches wide, just shy of both long and width of 18 and 12. So we'll just say 18 by 12, close enough. Close enough. All right, y'all. The first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to find myself a pencil. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find myself a pencil and I'm going to grab that ruler again. And I am just going to make a straight line with a pencil from corner to corner here. Okay, so here's my kite. I'm going to make from corner to corner across the width of the kite. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You just kind of want a little stopping point right here. All right, so can y'all see? I made a little pencil mark. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but it's there. It's there. And then from there, I am going to, I think what I'm going to do is I'll just put this kind of in the middle. So I've got this in the middle like so. Let me move this like that. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of somewhat center it. Doesn't have to be perfect. But I do want it to kind of be straight. And we're going to make some stripes, you guys. So I'm just going to go on either side of this ruler, just like that. And then I'm going to come to the side here, line it up on that one side like this. Okay. And then we're going to make us some little stripes. Now we're going to distress this. So the stripes don't have to be perfect either because I'm going to be sanding and doing all the things, right? You guys that have been following me for a while, y'all know how I roll. So I haven't done much on YouTube yet. I've been crafting on Facebook, doing these segments and other things for like 5 years, going on 5 years now. But yeah, we are branching out, peeps. We're branching out. So we are doing a wood craft kit today. I am showing you guys how y'all can, giving y'all some ideas on how to do this craft kit that's available in my Etsy shop. If you're on YouTube, the description or the link to this craft kit is in the description, as well as all the other links that you would need. And on Facebook, you guys can always go to my website, Connie's Creations, LA.com, and you will get that link. All right, close enough, like so. Okay. All right, so now we've got stripes going down, and we're going to do the top part blue right here, okay? We're going to do the top part blue. The top part blue. Hey, Sharon, how are you? Lisa King Divine, how are you doing today? Hey, Dorothy. Hey, Dawn. It's good to see you guys. Miss Marcy, Miss Lucille, it's good to see y'all. Thank y'all for throwing out the bobber, too. Thank y'all. That just means that they shared it out for me, you guys, on Facebook. So thank y'all for that. Appreciate it. All right, let's get us a plate. And we are going to put us some blue. We're going to use the Folk Art chalk paint. This is called Nautical. It's called Nautical. Very pretty blue color. Very pretty. So we're going to put some of that down. We're also going to use the Crimson by Waverly. The crimson color. So you guys, how was y'all's day today? Everybody had a good day? Everybody's doing good. Hey, Miss Brenda. Hey, Mayor, how are you doing? All right, that should be, I think, enough. I don't know. Miss Carol Ann, you were just with me too. Y'all, we did Bible study a while ago, and then I jumped off, and I had like 30 minutes to get over here and set back up again. You're going to watch on YouTube. All right, Miss Brenda. Oh, yeah, you said that you could put me on the TV. I remember. All right, so we got our red, white, and blue going on now. So we're going to get us some paint brushes. And let's see. I got me. We're going to use one of these. We'll use one of these for the blue. And do I have another the same size? Ish, yeah, for our stripes. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Hey, Miss Linda, how are you? It was a good day. Yes, knee problems. Trying to take it easy. Oh my goodness, take it easy, my friend. Take it easy. We don't want the knees to be we don't need the knees to be going out now. All right, we're gonna paint the top part of this blue. So I'm gonna grab some of my blue, nautical blue from Folk Art, and we are going to paint. So y'all have had a good week, I hope. Y'all, it is hot in South Louisiana already. We are in the 90s, so watch out. Watch out this summer. I think it's going to be super hot, which is not good because then that means hurricanes. And Carrie always says that when it freezes in Texas or snows, then there's a hurricane the next year. So I don't like the sound of that. But I mean, what you gonna do, right? What you gonna do? It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I was talking to somebody today about that cold weather that we had, that snow and stuff. And I'm not the only Southerner that was like, nope, don't like it, not doing this. There seems to be a lot of people around here that don't want anything to do with that. See, y'all, look at that blue, how pretty that is. That is a beautiful blue. Hey, Stacy, how are you? Long time no see, my friend. All right, we are going to come across here. And like I said, I'm going to try to make it straight, y'all. I mean, I'm going to try. But if it's not, we've got those stars and hearts that are going to kind of camouflage that. You know what I'm saying? It'll camouflage it a bit. And if I could get this, there we go. So I'm just going to run my brush across that pencil line that I had. It's not going to cover the line up completely, but it will kind of camouflage. And this kind of thing, it's like a wall hanger. It's going to hang on the wall, so no worries. Unless somebody's all up on it, they wouldn't. You really won't see it anyway if you have a little curve to your line. All right, let's turn this way. And, I got some paint back there to the back. All right, and we're going to try and I'm going to turn it this way, y'all, so I can kind of stay on that line right there. And just kind of drag that paintbrush across. And fill that little gap in. Just like that. Okay, and if we get a little red or white over it, that's fine. We'll go back and fix it. But that's pretty good right there. All right, so we got our top part done just like that. I'm going to dry it real quick. We're going to dry it. You've been so busy. It seems like I'm always missing your lives. Oh. Hi, Miss Mary. How are you? All right, so we're going to dry this, and then we're going to start with our stripes. I'm going to just start in the middle right here. I was off a little bit with that middle stripe. That's all right. Now, I don't have if you have a stencil where you have little small stars, then you could use that stencil on here. I'm just going to do dots. I'm just going to do some dots, I think. I thought I had a stencil that had the little tiny stars, but I can't find it. If I do have it, I can't find it, y'all. So This blue, it dries a little bit darker than when it goes on. So it is like a super, super pretty blue. All right, I think we got it enough. And I'm at a loss. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do. I thought about doing these rusty, but I don't know if I want to do rusty or not. I just don't know. All right, so now we're going to paint our stripes down here. So let's take one of our angled brushes, and we are going to start right here in the middle with the red. And again, I'm not worried too much about it being perfectly straight. If you want it perfectly straight, use some painter's tape, tape it off, you know, and then that way you can have it all straight. I'm going to be sanding on this and blurring the lines anyway. So I'm not real worried about that kind of thing for sure. I'm not worried at all about that. I just want to get these little corners. That's the only place where I really want to make sure that I don't get too crazy. Not too crazy. A little crazy, but not too crazy. We're going to take these stripes all the way down. Now I'm getting quiet, but I'm concentrating on my lines here, y'all. Concentrating on them lines. So yeah, don't be afraid to use painter's tape if you're not sure about if you don't have a steady hand or you really want your lines to be perfectly straight. Just get that painter's tape out and you can tape it up. We are going to wing it tonight. Besides, when a kite flies, isn't it kind of wavy when it's blowing in the wind, right? What do y'all think? Maybe? All right, let's get this end right here. I'm just going to drag it down. So I just drug it down where this stops. You'll see, and just went on the side with it a little bit too. Just like that. And we are going to do every other one red. So we'll be doing this one red. We'll be doing this one red. And then we'll be doing this red right here. I think what I might do is just do this whole, I had a little tiny piece that was off right here, but I think I was kind of not perfectly centered. I might just go ahead and do it all red, actually. This whole little corner. I think it'll be all right. There we go. And then we're going to take it down on the side. Just like that. Concentrating on those lines, y'all. Just like that. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Y'all doing well? Y'all doing well? Hello, Lillian. How are you? Hey, Julia. Hey, Kat. How are you? Ooh, see, that was a wonky line right there. That was quite the wonky line. Can y'all believe that it is already May? I cannot get over that. Like after this month, this year is halfway over already. That's crazy to me. That is totally crazy to me. I cannot believe that. All right, we just got a couple more stripes to do, y'all. I'm going to turn it this way so I can come across this side. So, yeah, I mean, like, it seems like it was just New Year's. Like, Christmas just passed, not that long. Are y'all with me on that? Y'all feel the same way? Blows my mind. All right, so once we get our stripe done like that, we're going to come down the side again. Just pull it straight down right where that stripe is. Just like that. So then you have the little stripes on the side as well. And let's go to this one. So I'm going to use some antiquing glaze on this. You can use antiquing glaze. You could use some wax, dark wax. You could use the Waverly Antique Wax. But we are going to darken this up a little bit, smudge it up, make it more rusty looking. That's my style. Y'all know that. You guys that have been watching me for a while, y'all know how I roll. And then we'll sand it a little bit too. So if you're going to do any kind of stuff like that, I recommend that y'all do the painting and let it cure for at least an hour, if not 2, even overnight. I tell y'all that all the time because you'll see when I go to sand it, some of the paint's going to come off just because it's fresh. It's not cured. So I'm live and we're on a time thing, so I don't want to keep y'all on, forever. We have no time for paint to dry, or to cure. But if y'all are doing those kinds of things at home, you can just set it aside, go do some other things, and then come back and finish your craft, All right. So I'm doing the same thing like I did over here on these edges. And we got one more little corner to do. And then we're also going to do the white. So I worked today, you guys, at my new job that I have. And it was busy today. I actually left later than I was supposed to because it was crazy busy. But that's a good thing because I like to be busy. I certainly don't want to be just standing there. You know what I mean? I don't like that at all. All right, we're going to take this down like this. So, but it's fun. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. My favorite part is all the older people that come shop. I love me some older people. They're so fun and sweet. All right, so here we go. There's our little stripes like that. You can see the lines are not perfect, but it's okay. We're fine. We're all fine. Hey, Miss Olga, how are you? Hey, Rula. Yep, Christmas. It just passed, right? It goes by way too fast. Man, this whole year has just flown by. Or is flying by, I guess I should say. So you could also leave the natural wood. You could leave the natural wood as your white stripes too. if you wanted that natural wood look, that would be cool too. That would work. That would work. All right, just want to dry this up a little bit so it doesn't like smear into my white on the edges. And we're going to do that same kind of thing. That same thing with our stripes, you guys. We've got to get those stripes done. Vicki Brownford, how are you? It's good to see you. All right, so man, I still have some blue over here. That's not dry. I am the messiest painter, y'all. Oh my gosh. So you can see the difference. If you wanted to do it like a more natural look, you could definitely just leave the natural wood show through where the white would be. But now that I'm doing the white, you can kind of see the difference. How that makes it pop a little bit. Oops, I got a little crazy right there. We're going to go touch it up. We'll touch it up. It'll be fine. All right, let's do the side. Okay, so now y'all can see. You see how that white pops on there? So depends on what kind of look. It depends on what kind of look you're after. You know what I mean? What kind of look you're after. Let's see. Let's do our little stripe right here. Ah, I got a little crazy on that blue right there. So that's what I'm saying. If y'all really want to make sure you get on the, stay within the lines, you can always tape it. Because I'm going to be sanding it and scuffing it up. I'm not going to worry about it. But I am going to go back and fix that blue right there. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We had some really pretty weather this week too. It has been, I mean, the sun is so bright. It shines so bright. All right, there's that one. I'll come back and do that side in just a minute. Okay, let's do down here. And let's twist this around and do this side. I think it's coming out cute, y'all. Little patriotic. You could do this for springtime too. You could do some springtime colors. Maybe put some big, instead of the stars and hearts, you could put like a big bow right here in the middle. That would be cute. And some coordinating colors on the for the tail of the kite. So the kit, it does come with 3 pieces of cloth for your what did I get in there? For your tail of your kite. But you could use them for something else. You could add to it. I am going to add to it with some other fabric that I have as well. One more stripe, then we'll touch up that blue. All right, y'all see the stripes are not perfect, but it's okay. It's A-okay. I like to use an angled brush for when I want to do pretty straight. For me, that seems to work the best. Of course, if you tape it, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go down and do our sides now. So we've got our sides here. All that's done. And let's make sure our sides are done over here. I did one section, but not this one. So let's do this. All right, so there we go. Okay, so I'm going to dry this up here at the top really good so I can touch up that blue. And then we're going to get to distress, and we want to make sure it's good and dry. So I'm going to dry it real well. Thank you, Miss Brenda. Thank you, Denise, for that link. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, let me make sure this is good and dry up here. I'm going to get out like a little fine paintbrush. We got some red, white, and blue going on. A little patrioticness going on. Yes, I like to entertain myself. Let's see. Let's get a small. I'm gonna get like a little tiny paintbrush. And let's do you there and a little right here. Little touch up, and we're good to go. Good to go. All right, so before you use any wax, antiquing, glaze, stain, whatever it is, seal, all of that kind of stuff, you want to make sure your paint is good and dry. That's why I was saying if you're doing this at home, I would just let it dry for a couple of hours on its own. Excuse me, y'all. Let it dry, and then come back to it later. Goodness. We are going to continue on. So when I go to rub this glaze off, it is going to pull some of the red off, but that's fine too. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh, you know what? I need to do my white dots too. We're going to use the Valspar Antiquing Glaze. This is discontinued actually. So I hate to use it. No, I love to use it, but I hate to use it for the fact that it's not something that you can readily find. But there are glazes that you can mix with paint colors. So you can do that. This is like a very dark brown, almost black. The color is mousse. So if you happen to have a Lowe's that still happens to have a container around, then pick it up because it will be no more. And it's my favorite stuff to use, y'all. So I'm very, very sad and upset about that. Hey, Miss Vivian, how are you? Hey, Rose, how are you doing? Hey, Cindy. Cheryl, how are you doing today? All right, I am going to get out a little dauber. We're actually going to use the back side, the wooden side of this. And we are going to do some little white dots. So I am going to just kind of randomly and hopefully somewhat uniformly make some little dots right here. No, they're going to be different sizes. They're going to be okay. It's going to be fine. No worries. Don't worry. Don't worry your little head about it. It's okay. But we're going to go all on the blue here. I'm going to go off the side even a little bit. And we are going to do some little dots. Just like this. Just like this. Let's do like that. Let's do like this and this. So, like I said, if you have a little, or maybe you're really good at doing stars. Maybe you are an excellent star maker. You can do that. Freehand some stars. Use a stencil. All the things. It's fine. This is a rustic piece anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. That was quite a lot of paint right there. So, yeah, let's hope that dries tonight. Let's hope that dries tonight. Okay, little dot here, little dot here, little dot right there. I think polka dots are cute anyway. I don't know about y'all, but I like the polka dots. I think they're cute. All right, there we go. So now we got our little dots. I think that's cute. I like it. I like it. I'm going to spread them out a little bit more, but it's fine. I'm good with it. Oh, y'all gave me some stars? Y'all are so awesome. Thank y'all so much. I have a Facebook pulled up over here on my phone, so I saw the star party. Thank y'all. You guys are awesome. I appreciate y'all so much. All right, this baby right here, y'all, you got way too much paint on going on right here. Way too much. Okay, so now stripes are painted. Dots are done. We've got stars and stripes, or dots and stripes, whatever you want to call it. So now I can kind of look at the comments. Carolyn, how are you? Colleen Brown, how are you doing? How have you been, my friend? Milo's does not have it anymore. Linda, I'm sorry. I know it's so sad. It's so sad that they want to do that to us. All right, give me a second, you guys, because these dots need to be drawn. And some of them were a little bit on the thick side. Little bit on the thick side. Y'all, thank y'all for that star party. Y'all are so awesome. Thank y'all for all the stars. Y'all just making my day. All right, while we're doing that, let's see about this. We're going to be doing you, star, heart, star, star, heart, star, heart. Let me just kind of see where that falls. All right, so y'all see how that's going to kind of cover it a little bit, right? It's going to kind of cover it. So it'll give the illusion that it's a straight line because it's got stuff on the line. You're doing good. Awesome. Getting used to things. Yeah. I'm glad it's better for you, Colleen. Good. I'm glad to hear that. All right. So I had thought about doing like a pale yellow on the hearts and the stars. I had thought about doing it like a rusty color. I had thought about just doing white and not distressing them so that they would show up a little bit more. So what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think? Or I could just leave them this natural color. I'm leaning towards doing the Valspar and distress everything and then just put like some antique wax on these. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So y'all can give me you like the rusty color, Miss Brenda? All right, I think these are pretty dry. Let's make sure these little thick ones are really, really good and dry. Oh, Colleen, he's doing good. He actually has a check next week. I don't know if I had told you guys that. He's got another checkup coming. So he went Monday and had his blood work done so they can check his PSA and testosterone, all that stuff. And then he has a video call with the doctor next Tuesday afternoon. So, yeah. So he's feeling good. Everything is fine. We have no reason to think that there's anything going on as of right now. So my idea is a good one. You like that idea? Okay. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, y'all. Because I'm thinking that too, because I'm going to use on the tail, I have this, I coffee stained this fabric. I think I got this fabric at Walmart, but they're very white. The stars are very white, but I coffee stained them. So I think it'll kind of blend with this. And then I think we're also going to use this on the tail. So yeah, just using a little antique wax on it real lightly, I think will work out. I think that'll blend it all together. All right, so but right now what we're going to do is we're going to dirty this baby up. That's what we're going to do. So if you haven't seen that done before, you're going to need some wet towels or baby wipes or something of that nature. You guys that have been following me, y'all know the drill because I do it all the time. I like to start on the sides and then we'll do the front. I'm just going to shake this up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh. And then we're going to take a little bit of that. See, it's very dark. And we are just going, you don't paint it solidly on there. I'm just going to rub a little bit on there. Just rub a little bit on and then wipe it off. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to have to really wipe on the white because the red is going to want to run because it's not cured. All right, so now what you can do, so I really want to make sure I get that white. What you can do is you can actually take what's on your towel and you can put that on the front as well, and then you wipe. What I'm going to try to do, since this red is not cured really well, I'm going to try and do each stripe on its own. Like so. And you'll see it's going to give it a little bit of some depth, a little bit of shading. Now, not everybody likes this look. So if you don't, if you like the nice crisp white and all of that, then that's what you do. Don't do this. Just don't do it. It's that simple. But you see, if the colors are not cured really well, it's going to want to bleed. The red will want to bleed into the white, which is what it's doing. But it's okay. I just have to wipe that red off right away. If you do this at home and you let it cure for several hours, then you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. You know what I mean? All right, so we're going to take this and we're just making a little stripe on here, and then I'm going to go down, pull it all the way up to the blue, and we're going to wipe it off. Only adding a little bit at a time, because you can always add more. But you can take it off too, but that would require some sanding, which we're going to do anyway, but you can remove it if you get too much on there. But it's just a little more work, which is no big deal. All right. So we're just going to continue down these stripes. Now, if I didn't have to worry about the colors, I would just put this all over, right? I would just do this all over. But I'm trying to keep off as much red as I possibly can off of the white, since it's not good and cured. All right, so that's what we got. I'm going to get some more wipes. Some more wipes. And let's go down the red. And I'm trying to leave more like towards the edges of a stripe and take most of it off in the middle, just because I like the way that looks. I mean, there's no real rhyme or reason to that, except the way that it looks to me. Personal preference, you know what I mean? All right, we're going to take you and do you. Now I did the side down here, so I'm going to do this side down here. And actually, man, I kind of like that. I like it just like it is. There we go. Okay. Now, so we got our bottom part done here. You can kind of see with the shading, y'all, it kind of brings it out, gives it a little bit of dimension too. So hopefully this is good and dry enough for me to do. We're going to go ahead and do the sides again first. So I'm just going to go down the sides of my piece and then wipe it off. Now, it's not going to show up as much as it does, of course, on the blue, but that's okay. We're just going to keep on with it. And I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. So I got on that white right there. So we're just going to continue. Taking off and then putting on, and taking off and putting on. Ooh, that's white. And this white isn't cured either, so it's going to want to run onto the blue as well. That's okay. That's okay. Let me get a new one. So you don't have to use baby wipes. You can use paper towels. And it's got a little fuzzy that's going on in here too, but we'll get that off when we sand it. All right. So let's get this white off right there. This right there. And this side right here. Like that. All right. Now, these two little stars, they look a little too white for me, so I'm going to just kind of dab a little bit on there and just leave it alone. I'm not even going to take it off. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see, but those are a little bit darker now. We've got some darker stars, some dirtier stars. Some dirtier stars. Yes, Carrie is fine. As far as I know, she's fine. She's always busy doing her thing, working. So I don't ever hear from her either. But as far as I know, she is okie dokie. So no worries, friends. No worries. She doesn't ever look at her messages or anything. So, but she will eventually. If you send her a message, she will eventually look at it and respond at some point. Miss Marcy says she loves it. Hey, Lynn, how are you? I've been here, girl. We've been doing Wood Wednesdays. Oh, no, we didn't do Wood Wednesday last week. That's whenever I was in training. Right. That's right. So it's been 2 weeks since we've done a Wood Wednesday. I forgot about that, y'all. All right. I want to make sure that this is good and dry again because we are going to get out some sandpaper. I'm going to use an 80 grit sandpaper. I think this is 80. Yeah, 80 grit. Because that's what I like to use. I recommend 120-ish. Just because if you're not used to using a heavy grit sandpaper, you could take off too much. And I don't want you to do that after all your hard work. You know what I mean? But I am going to go around these edges first. I'm sorry about the sound if y'all don't like that sound. I apologize. But we are going to go around these edges and sand this off a bit. And I also want to take it down where these corners have the natural wood that's going through. Okay. So I want to go long ways on here. And I want to take some of this paint off of the white as well. Okay, let's take that dust off of there and see what we got. That's good. I like it. I like it. So I'm just dragging this sandpaper down. And on the points of things, I like to kind of come down even more. And then maybe in the middle-ish here and on the side. Okay, so we kind of have this roughed up edge looking thing now. And some of the stars are a little bit more, which are just dots, are a little bit more see-through. Just a little bit more see-through. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I want to fold up my sandpaper. If you have one of these little gator things, then that works good too. That works good. I just don't have a good grit that I like on the with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run up and down these stripes. I want to really go into the red a little bit. And really go down to that natural wood. Okay, now let's get rid of all this dust and then you'll be able to see a little better what we got going on here. We grab some wet wipe. Let's kind of pull that dust off. Got some red wanting to come out right there. Well, I like that. I like that. Awesome. Okay. Can y'all see? You'll see how it roughened it up, gave it a lot of character. We got some of the, you can even see the all the way down to the natural wood right here. There's a little spot right here too. So I just take it and just do a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Don't get in a hurry. Just take a little bit off at a time until you get what makes your little heart happy. Hey, Sandra, how are you? How are you, my friend? All right. Now that we got that, let's get rid of this. I'm going to grab my antique wax. I'm going to get another little, oh, I don't have a little paper plate. I got one of these, though. I'll get us a little cup, a little cupcake cup. A little cupcake cup. See, I got a little glob in there. That was yucky. And I'm going to grab another wet wipe. And we are just going to take a little bit of that wax. And we'll just use our wet wipe to put this on. And I don't want it real dark, so I'm going to put it on and then I'm going to wipe it right back off again. Yep, I think I'm going to like that, y'all. I think I'm going to like that. Yes, it is aged. That's what I was after, a nice age. I just love taking a new piece of wood and making it look like it's old. That makes my heart happy, y'all. All right, so we're going to put some of this on and we're going to wipe it back off. So we just have a thin little layer. Let's put this up. We don't need you anymore. We just need you guys. What are y'all having for supper tonight? I'm having pizza. Usually pizza is my Friday night treat, but I did not sleep well last night, and after working, and this is my second live today. But I told him last night, I was like, how about pizza for supper tomorrow night? I said, I got a lot to do in the evening, so I would like to just have my little Friday night treat in the middle of the week. And he was fine with that. So I usually make a little salad too. I get those cheapy pizzas, those thin crust cheap pizzas. Walmart carries. Is it Sam's Club, or I don't remember the exact brand, but they're little. Y'all tell me if y'all know what I'm talking about. Or maybe it's the Great Value brand now. Maybe it is a Great Value. Anyway, yeah, they're like supreme, which is not very supreme because they barely have any vegetables on there. But I'll add a bunch of stuff to it, like my own olives, and chop up some more onion and bell pepper and that kind of thing. Or we just get like the 3 meat, which used to be the 4 meat. And these pizzas were they used to be like $4, but now they're a little bit more than that. But anyway, they're good. I like the thin crust, y'all. That thin crust makes my heart happy. The thin crust makes my heart happy. Chicken enchiladas, Karen, that sounds wonderful. I love that. I'm working at a little grocery store here in town, in the town where I live. Hey, Gina, how are you? You're not working because you had, oh my gosh, Gina, you take care of yourself. You take care of yourself. They were just asking about Carrie and how she's doing. Gina is Carrie's neighbor. She lives across the street from her. They were just asking about Carrie because she hasn't been going live. All right. So we got you right here. We're going to put you over here. And then you guys are going to go in between. So let's just kind of space them out where we think they should be. Right? That can go right there. You can go up like that. And then we'll have this right here, right across our little, let's see, I think you need to come over a tad. There we go. I like that. I like that, you guys. And that kind of covers up the line. So any imperfections with that are no big deal. Now, you can put something like this. I don't recommend putting it in like full force weather, like out in the elements. but you could put it outside, like under a covered area, a porch, a patio, an outdoor kitchen, something like that, right? But I would seal it. So make sure that you would spray this really good or put a layer of seal on it in some sort of way. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, some matte Rust-Oleum seal or whatever. It's some cheap stuff, the cheapest stuff you can find. That would take care of protecting it from the elements. Even if it's undercover, you still, with it outside for moisture purposes and stuff, you know, you would want to be careful of that. And you have to think about the heat. That's where I was going with that. So I'm going to use hot glue on this, but you do have to think about the heat of where you're going to put this. If you live in South Louisiana like me, you're probably going to want some wood glue or something like that. You know what I'm saying? This glue just dripped everywhere too. You just dripped everywhere. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to put a little dot right there. And we're just going to put these across the top here. So you can paint these whatever color you want. But I like this. I think that came out pretty good. I got strings for days right here, y'all. Strings for days. There we go. I got a little glue showing, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. So there we go. Look how cute that is. And it kind of hides your little line. Not that we really needed it, but it's a little something extra on there. A little extra. Sometimes you got to be extra. All right, so we have our little hanger is off to the side right here. Where it be? Where's my holes? Right here, right here. We got one little hole right here. And we got one little hole right here. Now, it's on this side right here because if you want to hang your kite kind of sideways, see what I'm saying? If you don't, though, you could just use the top hole right here and make you some sort of hanger and hang it straight like this. And if you're going to I mean, it's just up to you. It's whatever you want to do. What I'm going to do right here is I am going to pull my hanger. Oh, this is all wet up inside those holes too. I got blue paint going on all over the place. Y'all like it? All right, so I'm going to just decide about how much hanger I want, right, to show and how I want that to hang. Okay, so that would hang like this, kind of to the side a little bit. And then I am going to, I don't need that much, I don't think. I think I'm just going to make a curly Q. So we have this going on right here, right? I'm going to make a little curly Q with my pliers, which are right here. We're going to make a little curly Q and just lay those down. You could do whatever you want with this. It's up to you, however you would want to do your hanger. But here's an example. Here's one way that you can do your hanger. And I'm just twisting and twisting and twisting until I have it all the way curled down like that. And then I'm going to take the side of my pliers and I'm just going to push that down like so. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking I might turn it around for the curly Q, but that's fine. We're going to do this and this. So I'm just grabbing it in that little circle and I'm just using my wrist to kind of turn it and make that little circle. You can use your fingers to do this too, but this is it is rebar wire, so it is pretty thick. It's pretty sturdy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to push that over like that. So now we have our little hanger and our little thing's going to hang to the side. Now, like I said, if you wanted to, this hole's not very big, but you could put jute through there. But the kit comes with a 36-inch piece of wire because I thought it would just be so cool to have it kind of like it's flying, right? With jute, it's just going to hang. With wire, you can make it go this way or that way. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, but hey, here we go. I'm going to start it off the same way I did the hanger by putting that one piece through the bottom. There's a hole pre-drilled right here. Okay, so I'm going to take that one piece through there, and there's plenty to work with. So I am going to just twist about 2 to 3 inches of this at the bottom. Okay, and that's going to hold it in place. Use the side of your pliers, not your fingers. All right, so now we have this big old long piece of wire going on. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use things like, I'll use my pencil. And we're going to make some little curly cues, okay? So I'm going to make some curly cues right here. And then I'm just going to kind of come out a few, I don't know, 5 inches or so, 5 or 6 inches. And I'm going to make some more curly cues. I did 4 of them, okay? And then we're just going to kind of bend that wire around. And I'm going to make a couple more curly cues right here. And you can keep going with it. You can trim it if it's too long, if you don't like how long it is. You can trim it and make it shorter. I'm going to go just do some curly cues all the way down, and we can trim it off if we don't like how long it is. Those curly cues are hard on there. All right, those pretty tight right there. All right, so now I'm just going to take my wire, and we're just going to kind of go back and forth like a kite that would be flying in the air. Okay, so I know y'all can't see that good. Let me take this. There we go. See how I just kind of went back and forth with it? Made some little curly cues. And then you can bend this however you want to bend it. You can bend it however you want. I know it's hard. I should have worn a light colored shirt so y'all could see it better. But that kind of gives you an idea. So this would be hanging this way. And then you would have your kite tail coming back and around this way, right? Or, I mean, however you want to do it. If you want it to stay in a certain place, you might have to wrap this around the bottom right here. But I thought it would be so cute to just be able to kind of go back and forth with it. And then what I'm going to do is I've got our little pieces of our cloth, right? And I am going to tie those on here. Like that. I'm going to tie 2. 3 of them come with the kit, y'all, but I'm going to do 2, I think. Maybe I'll do 3. And then I'm going to add those other ones to it too. But I'm just kind of going, tying it onto the wire. You'll be able to see it a little bit better once I get this tied on too. So just kind of spacing it out and then tying these little pieces on. I wanted to tie these on, one, so you can see what it looks like because this is part of the kit. And then we're going to add a couple of more. We're going to add a couple of more little pieces. Okay, so you can kind of see your little tails that are on there like so. And then once you have it hanging on the wall, you can kind of move it around how you want. All right, I'm going to take a piece of this. I wonder if I have one cut already. Hold up. I probably have a small piece already. Yep, I do. But I don't have a small piece of this one. So I just want to take one quick piece of this. I don't need much. I don't need much at all. Scissors, please. Scissors, please. And we're going to do a skinny strip of this. It got fatter as it went. That's all good. And then we got this one. And I'm going to do 2 of these. So let's do strip like that. I should be able to get 2 out of that one. All right, let's see if we can get this one to cut a little bit skinnier. There we go. And of course, who doesn't love some ripping of the fabric, right? All right, I'm just going to go right over this piece right here. And I'm going to trim that just a tad. And then we're going to do this one in half. And like I said, you could add these and then put on top of it, or you could just take a bunch of fabric and make a nice big messy bow. Use one of your hearts or stars in the middle of your bow right here, and you can put the hearts and stars somewhere else as well. But here's one idea. One idea that you can do. Let her rip. That's right, Kat. Let her rip. So I'm just going right over the little fabric that I have already. You know what? I think what I want to do is hold the phone. 1 second. 1 second. I think I'm going to put, I was thinking like the flag. I put the blue and then the stripes, but I think I want to do stripes, then the blue, then the stripes again. So let me move this one real quick. Let me move this one. We've got all kinds of good little strings happening right here. There we go. Let's cut you down just a little tad, and then let's put you in the middle. I think that'll be better. And one more at the bottom right here. And we are going to be done, you guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope y'all like the kit. I hope it inspired you to make something. Even if you don't make this kit, I hope it just inspired you to create, period. Doesn't have to be this. It could be anything else. If you are interested in this kit, you can find it. If you're watching on YouTube, in the description, there's a direct link to it. And, oh, I didn't pin it. I was going to say, Denise, I put a link for me, but I did not pin it. I forgot to pin it. But, yeah, if you go to Connie'sCreationsLA.com, there is a button for my Etsy shop. You can go in there. It's in the featured section. Easy to find. Awesome. And here we go, you guys. Here we go. Let me see if I can back up enough where y'all can see the whole shebang. Oh, it's attacking me. Here's his little tail, y'all. And there's the kite. Look how cute that is. That's adorable. I love it. I love it. And here's our little hanger. So he hangs to the side. And his little tail's just kind of curving around there. Super cute. What a fun little piece for 4th of July. Or a little summer decor kind of thing, right? You guys are awesome. Thank y'all so much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for all the stars that y'all send on Facebook. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to move y'all a little bit closer so I can say goodbye to y'all. Move this up just a tad. Y'all are awesome. Thank y'all for your time tonight. I appreciate it. Y'all could be anywhere and you chose to be here with me. So I love you for that. You're awesome. We'll have Wood Wednesday again next week. Because I'm working now, I do have a schedule that'll be coming out this weekend that will tell you all the things. Next time I will be live is on YouTube and Facebook for Bible study. We'll be doing Bible study. We are in the book of Revelation right now. That'll be at 9:30 a.m. Central Time tomorrow morning. And then I will be live in the evening on TikTok. I also go live on TikTok now. So we'll be doing this little book where we are coloring together. We're going to spend some time together just hanging out. And we'll go live at 6 p.m. Central Time on TikTok tomorrow evening. So thanks again for your time, you guys. Be sure to subscribe or follow. Do all the things before you go. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all have an amazing, amazing night. And y'all go find a way to start a ripple. You never know how far that ripple could go. I love y'all. Bye.